Hi there, this is the second part of our video about reducing unwanted energy transfers. And in this part of the video, we're going to be talking about thermal insulation. We know that a hot object will lose its heat to the surroundings. So here we imagine we have a hot object which is radiating heat in all directions, causing it to cool down. Now, especially in the winter, we do things to our house to try and keep it warm. And it would be really useless if the energy we put into heating the house was able to escape. So how can we prevent this? Now, the first thing that we might think about would be the walls of the house, seeing as the walls separate the hot inside of the house to the colder outside. First of all, thicker walls with low thermal conductivities will prevent heat from escaping via conduction. And remember that conduction was the process where particles that were vibrating a lot knocked into particles nearby to make them also vibrate. And a material with a low thermal conductivity slows down this process. Another thing we can do is to add a cavity in the wall filled with air. This will prevent this process of conduction across the wall because air is an insulator. Or another way you can think about this is that because the air particles are very far apart, it's not so easy for them to collide into each other to pass the energy through the gap. However, there could be a problem with introducing an air gap, which is that we know that gases and liquids can allow the transfer of heat via convection currents. So what we then need to do is add an insulator such as foam in the gap, which will prevent this convection current from being able to form. So if we looked at the cross-section of the wall of a modern house, we would see a thick wall, and inside it we would see an air gap that was filled with foam. Now let's move on and talk about the precautions we can take in the loft of the house. So in the loft, fiberglass loft insulation can be added to trap pockets of air to prevent the circulation and formation of convection currents. So because of this fiberglass, it's difficult to start a convection current because none of the air can move very far because it's trapped in these pockets. But what about conduction? Well, the insulation also actually prevents conduction of heat in the attic because the fiberglass and trapped air are both insulators.
Hey guys, to continue watching this video and unlock hundreds of other super concise and exam board specific GCSE physics and combined science videos, just click on the Snap Revise smiley face. Join me today and let's make physics at GCSE a walk in the park.